Hello, Eldorado Pirates here, and today we're looking at another late 1980s castle classic. This is Knight's Challenge, set number 6060. Released in 1989, it had an original retail price of $22. The set contains 168 pieces, including 8 minifigures and 2 horses with barding. This is part of the Lion Knights sub-theme, also known as the Crusaders. The Lion Knights made their debut in 1984 alongside their adversaries, the Black Falcons. They are instantly identifiable by the lion crest or crossed axes on their chests and their blue or yellow lions on their shields. Red torsos and legs are their typical attire. By the time 1989 rolled around, the Black Knights became their new rivals, and they are featured in this scene. This set was actually first released in 1988 as number 1584 in Denmark, then again as number 6060 in the US the following year. The jousting setup makes this reminiscent of set number 383, Knight's Tournament, from 1981. Looking at this layout of the set, you've got 4 major elements. We'll start with the seating area. The roof is comprised of 2 hinged white octagonal canopies that measure 6 by 6 by 2. This familiar shape was repurposed frequently as a windshield element in space and underwater sets during the 1990s. They are topped by a pair of large yellow cones with stacked blue and red flags. The canopies are supported most notably by a pair of yellow continuous bow pieces, which usually double as tree limbs in brown and black varieties. This exact yellow variant also appeared in both Black Falcon's Fortress and Eldorado Fortress. The other major supports are the red corner wall panels, which are exclusive to this set. The blue mini fence in the back provides another splash of color for the overall aesthetic. The total structure is supported by tall blue slopes and the dual layered platform seating, which are 2 by 10 black plates with bricks underneath. As I'm looking at this, No! Yeah, I realized after I shot all this footage that I forgot to put in the front bleacher wall. So I grabbed some extra inventory, built one up real quick at the end here. Looks pretty snazzy though, continuing the blue, yellow, and red color scheme. Please just ignore all the subsequent footage after this where it is not included. Anyways, this 8x24 green base plate is populated by the Lion Knight contingent in red on the left and the Black Knights in blue on the right. 1 guard for each faction stands at the ready with halberd and shield in hand. The guests of honor or noblemen sit in the front row, where they look to be enjoying their beverages while the maiden sits above and behind them. She is not a queen or royalty per se, at least as far as Bricklink's inventory is concerned. I prefer to think of her as a princess-type figure who has organized this jousting display between the 2 factions. I'm a big fan of the shields for both sides. They're quite sharp and colorful, and the standing lion in each version seen here is classic. The blue dragon with yellow wings is also instantly identifiable. The fence barrier, or tilt as it is known as, is 10 studs long and built on top of a green 2x16 plate. This is the divider between the knights on horseback during the joust. Each knight is equipped with a shield and a long lance that they will use to unseat their opponent off their steed. The melee can then commence afterwards on the ground with dueling swords, which are clipped onto the horse barding. Now on to everyone's favorite activity at a joust, a medieval tailgate. As you can see, the peasant is enjoying the proceedings immensely, with a strong cup of mead. The keg is mounted on its side with a handy tap attached. It's held into that position by 2 light gray headlight pieces in the back that are also rotated 90 degrees. The yellow table measures 2 studs by 4 studs, with 2 clips that hold additional cups. This is all staged on a 6 by 8 green plate and topped off by blue and red flags on a short pole. By the end of the day, I suspect the peasant will have drank themselves under the table in a literal fashion. The weapons rack is a handy addition. It's got 2 yellow modified bars to hold the bow and quiver of arrows, while the other side features 4 red clips that are filled by swords and spears. The final element to highlight is the green tree that sits in the background. This particular tree was in frequent use, appearing in 69 total sets from 1978 through 2013. Nowadays, LEGO prefers their trees to be brick built. The ruffled barding for the Black Knight's horse features the distinctive blue dragons on black background design, with clips on both sides. Two other sets had this same barding, including Black Monarch's Castle in 1988 and Black Knight's Castle in 1992. The Lion Knight's horse barding features yellow lions on red with a pair of clips for holding weapons. This particular design appeared in two additional sets as well: the Twin Arm Launcher in 1988 and King's Mountain Fortress in 1990. Now for a look at the minifigures. The Black Knight lives up to his moniker in all black with red hips, red plastic cape, and red feather. He has shiny silver printed armor on his torso. The black helmet with vertical grills was typical of this time period, but the very next year, in 1990, the helmets changed to an open motorcycle helmet with an attachable visor piece that could be raised and lowered. The Lion Knight sports a red torso with printed armor, blue arms, black legs, and blue plastic cape. His dark gray helmet is topped by a yellow feather. For the guard contingent, the Lion Sentry is decked out in red with blue arms, black hips, and dark gray chin guard helmet. He has the crossed axes on his chest in gold and black. This particular print was notorious for rubbing off and fading over the years. His counterpart sports a silver scale mail print on the chest with black arms, black hips, blue legs, and black helmet. This scale mail look was typical of Black Knights across many sets in the theme. The two guests of honor, who were enjoying the entertainment from the stands, continue the red and blue themes of the previous minifigs. The gold lion crest on blue is a slick look. Both figs sport black helms with nose guard in the front and neck protector in the back. For the non-military characters, the Maiden is the most distinctive, with her tall red pointed hat and red pearls accenting her white outfit. Previously, a Maiden with white hat and blue pants came in set number 6023, Maiden's Cart, and a Maiden with a red hat, blue pants, and blue cape came in the legendary set number 6067, Guarded In. The peasant has the brown shoulder-length hairpiece that was used across many themes of the time. The gray torso with blue arms and money pouch in the belt was common as well, especially among forestmen and villagers. The red legs feature black hips. I have my original directions still. While the front and back covers have their share of creases and wrinkles, the interior pages still look pretty good and overall is still very usable. Each cover features several alternate builds as well. Knight's Challenge was the last Lion Knight set of the 1980s line. They were rebranded officially as Crusaders soon after, with 4 sets released from 1990 to 1992. But that would be the end of the theme, until a 2016 gift with purchase set, a remake of the 1986 Siege Cart. Fortunately, the massive Lion Knight's Castle was released in 2022, and rightfully took its place as the best castle ever made by LEGO. For the final verdict, Knight's Challenge is one of the most colorful and fun playsets of the 1980s castle theme. The setting of a jousting tournament makes for an engaging jumping-off point for imaginative play. The addition of the keg is a welcome one to reinforce the festive nature of the event. While the build isn't hugely substantive, it uses every bit of its 168 pieces to good effect. The horses and shields look great. What's not to like? If you're a castle collector, this is a must-have. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all future LEGO set reviews. Catch you on the next one.